Okay, hi guys, welcome to today's video. So in today's video I wanted to do something a bit chilled, so I'm actually gonna sit down right now. I just wanted to quickly film the intro. I just want to talk. This is nothing dramatic, nothing extra, no creativity in this video. It's just me talking, I guess venting as well, but you know, just reflecting on life as a young person. I'm just like, girl, like, your 20s are so weird. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on. Okay, I don't know like what is actually happening. I don't know, but in any case, I just wanted to come on camera, talk about it a little bit, maybe vent a little bit. Maybe you guys can relate to what I'm going through. I don't know, chat. All I know is that I just want to talk to the camera. That's all I know. So let's get into the video. Also, please don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, do all of the good things. Okay, like the video if you like it, comment down below, share the video. You know the vibes. Okay, anyway, let's get into the video. Like, I'm definitely in my early 20s and I feel like my life is over. That sounds dramatic, I know. I know, and that's exactly what I want to talk about in this video. Like, just the anxiety that comes with being a young person. Like, your 20s are so weird because you come from, you know, being a teenager, of course, right, where you are for the most part very dependent on people, mostly being your parents or a guardian or whoever, whatever older figure in your life, right? And then you just get thrown into the world, like literally, like you are sheltered your entire life, you get thrown into the whole entire world and you're expected to just figure everything out. And I'm just like, is it me? Am I the problem? Because I genuinely feel like I'm going through a quarter life crisis. Like, I don't know, like, it's really weird. And I feel like what always triggers this in me, like in the last, let's say maybe year or maybe 2 years, my birthdays always trigger anxiety in me. Like, I'm always just like, and I know it's probably weird to think like this, but like, it's me, I'm weird, so there's that. But like, my birthdays literally always remind me of all the things I have not done, you know? So as opposed to me being like, oh my god, I'm still alive again, I'm literally just like, oh my god, I haven't done this, I haven't done that, I haven't don this, oh my god, my life sucks, you know? And not even so much my life sucks, but you feel stagnant. I genuinely feel stagnant. I feel like, am I actually walking in my purpose? Like, it's very odd, you know, because there are moments where you genuinely believe you have everything together. You're like, you know what, this is the right thing I'm doing. Yeah, and then you wake up one day and you're like, is this the right thing? Is this the right thing, child? And I think with me, because I'm definitely in a very unconventional path in life, it's weird. And having to balance like the unconventional part of me with the conventional side of me, which is obviously the conventional side of me is the academic part of my life. It's just academic me, you know, nerdy me, the me that likes books and science and all that stuff. That's definitely the conventional, you know, part of me that society definitely pushes and accepts and stuff like that. And then there's the unconventional part, which I think sometimes can give me anxiety because I'm just like, I'm doing something that, firstly, is not always rewarding. Like, being a creative, I think that's the thing, Jorge. Just everything that you put into trying to create your work, your art, whatever you call it, you know, because there are different kinds of creatives, of course. Everything you put in it is literally just like your passion. It's literally for you. You're doing it for yourself. Because at the end of the day, like I said, there's not a lot of rewards. The only rewards that come from, you know, being a creative, especially in South Africa, most of the rewards that you get from doing all of the stuff is just that sense of happiness. Oguti, you are actually doing something you love. But besides that, child, there's no money in the bank. I'm kidding. Not like there's no money in the bank, but you guys get what I'm saying. Especially like as a smaller creative in South Africa, like it's almost like, whoo, child. Like, don't get me started. So I do think, Jorge, like that's probably what contributes to my my anxiety sometimes, just thinking, okay, I don't feel like, I'm definitely not even, I don't feel like it, I am definitely not where I thought I would be as a teenager. I thought at this age I would have my life together. I am going to be working, having a solid job. And even then, that was me reaching, because I won't lie, I've realized that one of my fears in life was actually getting a job. I feel like I have a fear of adulting. Like, I actually believe this about myself. I feel like I don't want to grow up. Like, who wants to grow up? That shit sucks. Like, it sucks. Like, having to move out of home, pay bills, electricity, water. I'm getting triggered. I'm getting triggered. And more than anything, am I the only person who's always just kind of like, okay, you're gonna go to work and do what? Like, for example, I don't know if you guys know, but if you don't know, I'm studying agricultural engineering, right? And every single time I think of like, okay, I'm gonna graduate and get a job, I'm always just like, yeah, and do what? Like, what are you gonna do? Do you ever just think of how crazy it is that we all have to be these contributing factors to society, you know? We have to be these responsible adults, and you're literally just like, what the hell am I gonna do? Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it here. And yeah, maybe that's just me downplaying like the actual impacts that a lot of us, obviously, like every single human being has in society. But I sometimes feel like I'm not capable of that. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go to someone's office, like a whole company, and then I'm gonna be paid thousands of rands. And I'm just like, what am I gonna do? Like, you're gonna give me a whole bunch of papers, or if not papers, I'm going to be expected to create something that's going to help my industry. And it's like, girl, all of this coming from a person who's literally just been thrown into being an adult. Okay, I did not prepare for this. There's no textbook for this. There's quite literally no guidelines to being an adult, other than a whole bunch of people trying to tell you what you should do, what you shouldn't do, even if some of those things actually don't make sense. Because let's be real, let's be honest, a lot of adults don't actually have their lives together like that, you know? I definitely do feel like I'm stuck or stagnant, or I don't know what to even call this phase of my life, but I'm definitely going through a quarter life crisis, because like I said, well, I can't even talk. You see, I'm so frustrated, I can't even talk. But like, I genuinely do feel like I am going through a weird phase in my life. I'm just like, my 20s are just weird. Everybody around me, guys, I can't the colonizer's language literally has my tongue in knots, literally. But like, yeah, you know, it's just, I feel like it's also weird because there's just, you see how everyone around you seems to just know what they're doing, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I do. I try my best to do the best I can. Okay, that's not always true, but you know, whatever. You know, and you kind of caught up in this phase of life where you're like, okay, I'm still young enough to make mistakes, but also I'm not young enough to fully get away with making certain mistakes. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there are actually consequences in the real world, especially in a world where a lot of us don't operate from a form of privilege, or higher forms of privilege, that is. You literally just like, yeah, there are definitely consequences for certain things, and that gives you anxiety, because you're like caught between trying to do what you love and then trying to stick to conventional aspects, or things that are conventional, that are expected of us as young people, which is get your degree and go work for a company and make someone else a millionaire, while you are quite literally living a very, very tight lifestyle, because you're not even getting paid enough money to support literally to support the standard of living in South Africa, or in just the world in general. And you literally just like, yeah, but I don't want to be like some sort of like, I don't want to be working for someone else for the rest of my life, hence I'm trying to build certain things for myself. And you're like, yeah, but is it even working? It's so weird, like trying to balance being a creative and being conventional is a weird thing. It's very weird. But yeah, and I feel like in the last couple of years I've taken certain decisions that I definitely know are gonna actually have a lasting impact in my life, and that definitely gives me anxiety, because you're always questioning yourself, okay, was this a good idea? Me spending all this time and money and energy into, you know, like for example with me, a very tangible example is my YouTube stuff, right? I love YouTube, but after being on this platform for so long And being in South Africa, oh my god, the ghetto. But like seriously, like I've seen Uguti, content creation can be very tricky, especially when there's not a lot of rewards coming from it. But I do this because I love it. So I'm just hoping that one day it pays off, and I'm willing to work to get to that point, honestly, because I don't want to give up on myself. And I do know that I'm a very multifaceted being, just like many of you guys watching this are. Like, we are all multifaceted beings. Hence, I've never believed in this idea of just focusing on one thing for the rest of my life, which is exactly why I'm trying to balance both these things. And in the quest of me balancing both these things, I am not balancing anything. You know, it feels like everything is falling apart, but coming together, but falling apart. Like, I don't know. 20s are so weird. And also, I feel like social media plays a role in the anxiety that a lot of us as young people feel, the pressure to succeed at a young age. I mean, when I was younger, I always looked at your 30s as being the time in your life where you are starting to get your life together. Your 20s were always just made to be like, you are still young, you are literally finding yourself, you are growing, you are exploring so many different things in life, you still have enough room to fuck up, you know, for as long as you don't have too many responsibilities, you know, but you still have room to make mistakes and bounce back from it and all that stuff. Now, because of social media, you quite literally are seeing this weird narrative that's being painted, like 19-year-olds are supposed to be rich, and when you are 24 you're supposed to be a millionaire, and then by the time you are 26 years old you should be fully established and driving a Rolls Royce. You know, it's crazy shit, like quite literally crazy ass shit. And then it's literally like in the same breath, because we are living in such a I would say woke, for lack of a better word. I don't even like that word, to be quite honest with you, but you know, we're living in a very woke world right now, which I appreciate what has come with it, but also there's also that thing of your social responsibility as a person, you know, and you literally just like, yeah, so we're trying to fix the world, and then while we're trying to fix the world, and quite literally, I won't lie, I genuinely wish I was ignorant. Like, you know how many times I sit here and I'm like, part of what frustrates me is just existing on planet Earth. It's just the fact that I am so aware of certain things that are so messed up in the world, and you feel like you don't have the power to do anything, and yet you try to do things, but you're just like, I don't know if this is actually working. Because if I'm being very honest, I don't see a lot of things changing. I see some things changing, but you just don't know what is going on. Okay, like, it's so frustrating, and you're just like, what? Me, a whole entire me, like me. What am I gonna do? Do you guys feel me? You just like, it's so frustrating. So I'm trying to get my life together as a young 20-something person, and then ngapha I'm trying to be happy and live my best life, but also put a cap on it, because you can't be living outside of your own means, which is something that I've always believed in, and I still to this day live by. I don't want to live beyond my own means, especially to try to depict certain things on social media that I'm not, or certain lifestyles that I don't actually live. So whatever it is that I want to do it in the comfort of my own, you know, financial bracket. So in the midst of trying to be happy, you are also sustaining relationships in your life. If you're dating, you're trying to sustain those relationships, and then you're still on that quest, and then after that you're trying to fix your freaking future, because whatever degree you're studying right now, you have to be content with doing that for the rest of your life till you are 60 years old, and you're like, this is a lot. This is a lot. And then you're just trying to make sure that your mental health is okay. It's just, you don't have a lot of money to do each and every single thing you need to do in your life. Not want to do, need to do, okay? And you literally just like, now there's COVID, and you're like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? Thank God I still live at home, which is why I've always supported this idea of people in their 20s should just stay at home. Although I know it comes with a lot of annoying ass shit, okay? Especially when you come from living alone, and then you have to come back home. But anyway, I am going off on a tangent because I'm just venting, because I'm just like, I have a lot in my mind, and I don't know how to, you know, I'm hoping that by the end of this year, I will have a lot more clarity about my life, a lot less anxiety. I definitely feel like life is making me very anxious right now, because you just like, everything is quite literally in our hands. Like, there's no government that's going to fix your life for you, as much as it would be great if governments could do what they are freaking paid to do, but that's a conversation for another day. But it's like, yeah, there's no government that's going to save your life. There's no random person that's just gonna come and fix your life. Everything is quite literally your responsibility. And as much as I definitely am a lover of the process, I enjoy the process. I enjoy the thrill of trying to see if this is going to work, and if it doesn't work, how else do I get to my goals. I enjoy all of that, but it definitely does come with a lot of anxiety, a lot of uncertainty, and just like I said, I feel like watching everyone else around you getting their life together while you feel like you're stagnant adds more anxiety and pressure to you. Just watching everybody else around you genuinely does add that pressure, because you're like, okay, what do they know that I don't know? Because clearly a lot of people just seemingly have their life together and I don't. Like, everything is falling apart around me and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, child. I don't know what to do. But like I was saying a few minutes ago, like, I genuinely do feel like just the thrill of trying to get things done is something that is fun. Like, it is kind of fun. I am looking forward to seeing how, you know, the rest of my 20s will pan out, if, you know, by God's grace I'm still alive. So yeah, it's just so odd. And also, I'd like to say, like, is there a way of signing a petition to just make 20s young again? You know, like, honestly, make 20s young again. Like, I feel like 20-something-year-olds have immense pressure from the world and so much pressure from society, and I think social media does play a huge role in that. Like, young people, we're going through a lot and we are trying to attain so many things that, honestly, on a realistic standpoint, especially with, you know, this whole pandemic thing, this whole panoramic thing, this whole Panasonic thing, we are trying to accomplish these things that honestly aren't very realistic. You know, most people are not even going to smell, you're not even going to smell R1 million, you know, R1 million in your 20s. And it's weird that we are all trying to chase these weird narratives and these weird expectations and stuff like that. So I do feel like definitely understanding, hore, we need to be walking in our own path. Like, I feel like that's the only thing that grounds me sometimes. It's just me understanding that, you know what, I can be happy for everyone else around me, you know. Shout out to you guys, because like I said, y'all got the formula, y'all got the you got the blueprints, clearly. So it's really beautiful to see young people doing the absolute most, because I do feel like young people are very groundbreaking in every single generation. Like, young people are doing the absolute most, okay? They're doing the most. So I feel like it's always really dope to see my peers doing some really dope things, because even that shows you, Uguti, it's very possible to achieve things, and age is not a limiting factor. But also, I feel like we should look at that in every single aspect. Yes, age is not limiting. So just because you're 30 years old does not mean that you can't achieve the goals you set out for yourself your entire life. Just because you are 45 does not mean that you are not going to get to your success just because you didn't attain that success in your 20s or your early 30s. So I do feel like I would love to just normalize your 20s being young again. Normalize people actually having realistic standards for our 20-somethings, you know, because I think the pressure is so weird. And I'm just glad that I know how to sometimes move away from putting that much pressure on myself. But also, I'm very critical of myself, very hard on myself. So it's always me just trying to, you know, balance that whole entire thing of like being overly critical of where I am in life, and just understanding that, dude, you do realize you're still in your early 20s, okay? You're not gonna have everything figured out at such a young point in life, because then what is the point of actually living? What's the point of being alive, living for the rest of your life, if you figure everything out by the time you're 23 years old? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, then what's the point? Like, what is the point of living? Because to live is to grow, is to learn, is to become a better person. So if you figure all those things out at 19 years old, then it's like, so fine, you can just drop dead. Yeah, that's like I do always have to remind myself that like there's no rush, and more so you are not in a race with anyone else but yourself, as opposed to like comparing yourself to everyone else who quite literally does not have the exact same life you've been living, the same circumstances, the same obstacles and all that stuff. So, and I think many a times people, I think, you know, because obviously we went from society having celebrities, and then now we have celebrities and we have social media influencers, and a lot of social media influencers are young people. So I do feel that young people are comparing themselves to other young people who are quite literally living a lifestyle that is not normal, you know, not normal for a lot of young people who don't actually have access to so much money. Do you get what I'm saying? Like a lot of young people are not for example, going on vacations every other month, freaking buying designer bags, and you know, I don't know, like all these things you see influencers doing. Like, it's not something that is very normal for each and every single person. So I feel like when we keep seeing like a small group of people, or we keep seeing influencers or whatever, I think because you see them so much, there's kind of like this narrative where it's easy to believe that a lot of people your age are living that lifestyle, when it's actually not true. Like in actual, you know, reality, that's not a thing. When you switch off your phone, okay, when this thing goes off, and you're just looking at your peers, you're looking at your friends or whatever, like you see, as much as everybody's prospering in their own right, it's still not to the degree where it's like, guys, I can quite literally go buy my own house right now. Do you get what I'm saying? So I do think that it's quite imperative for us to always remember that we should be comparing ourselves to ourselves. So like I said, I'm very glad that like that's something that I don't often do, which is sit every single day comparing myself to people. But I do feel that I think I struggle from just knowing what I wanted to have done in my life at this point. But then again, that was teenage me making all these grand plans, because as a teenager, you're always thinking of growing up as like, oh my god, that is so far away from now. I've been out of high school for quite a lot of years now, and I'm still young. You know, to like, that's what I'm saying. Like when we're making these plans for ourselves as teenagers, I think we have a very weird idea of what aging is actually like. Like, it's okay for you to mess up, it's okay for you to try out different things, it's okay for you to you know, fail at something and bounce back and come back and try to do something else. To which, that's definitely where I feel I am. I definitely feel like I am at my figuring things out, rerouting, you know. It's like, okay, this is the vision, I tried this, it didn't work out, so let me go and try something else and see if I can get to the same destination just using a different route. So I feel like, yeah, we should normalize it being okay, normalize this idea that it's okay for young people to actually not have shit together all the time, because I feel like there's a lot we are trying to take onto our plates. Like I said, we are literally social justice warriors trying to become millionaires by the age of 26, trying to drive our dream car, trying to have our dream job at the age of 23 years old or 24, trying to have the perfect relationships, trying to have the perfect skin, the perfect body. Oh my god, there's a lot is happening, okay? But yeah, and also anything, just trying to eat and survive. We are quite literally trying to eat and survive. And if you are a South African woman, you are quite literally trying to live your life like Chuck Norris every day, because South African men ain't shit. So it's a lot is happening, okay? So I do feel like I would love to just calm down. But I need to remember, hey guys, it's not that deep. Like, it's not that deep. I'm still young. Yes, I shouldn't just be reckless and irresponsible with my life and the decisions I make, but not to be too hard on myself, you know. But in any case, this video has been all over the place. I feel like I spoke about so many different things. But yeah, if you guys can relate to one of the things I mentioned in this video, please do tell me, because it would be nice to know that I'm represented in the world, okay? There are other people feeling the way I feel, and there are other people who are as young as I am who actually don't feel like they have their lives together, like how it seems like every 20-something-year-old has their life together these days, you know? So yeah, I don't know, just enjoy your life, man. Enjoy your life and just keep pushing and understanding that like shit is not that deep. Okay, shit is not that deep. You don't have to have everything together right now, but you should be working towards it. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.